Coming to New York, the first time ever just coming to the yeshiva on Bedford and Dean, everyone was very nice to me, but it was a tremendously new experience. And a young kid. So coming into Yechidus, coming to the Rebbe's first audience I had over there, and the Rebbe was extremely warm. The Rebbe looked at me, and the Rebbe asked me a question. He says, have you been to my Farbrengens? And I said, yes, I've been to your Farbrengens. And then the Rebbe said, do you understand my Farbrengens? I said, not everything. So the Rebbe said to me in a very warm way, do you know how to sing? And I said, yes. He says, well, this Shabbos there's going to be a Farbrengen, and I am going to be watching you while you sing.
Das sagt man jeder Kind, jeder Sache mit verbunden mit Teire, darf sich eingewöhnen, an der Gehle meiste Befehl unheimlich davon, warum er meiste hohe Jiker, und beim Juchat bei der Gehle zu akkotten, was Machschove ist Lavdavke, Maschenke meiste Islay.
Back in those days, at 770, no one knew that the Rebbe was going to be coming out for a Farbrengen until Shabbos itself. Every once in a while, someone going to Yechidus, going to an audience, the Rebbe would tell him, you should let the people know this week there'll be a Farbrengen. I was the lucky young boy to be able to come out of Yechidus and tell everyone, and all of a sudden I was the most popular guy over there. Everyone was so excited.
I went by Dallas Sunday, and I was holding my grandson. The Rebbe gave me $1, and then he looks at me, was habe ich im Nacht nicht gesehen beim Verbringen? He was what, less than 3 years old? So I thought the Rebbe was making conversation. So I looked at the Rebbe, it's a smile, cute. The Rebbe looked at me again, says, ich habe Nacht nicht gesehen beim Verbringen.
Und da sagt mir nach Jeden, unheimlich noch von gar ein kleines Kind, aber schau, sie redet sich wegen Teire und sie redet sich wegen ihrer Mitzvahs. Und das ist der Linie von Niedigkeit, darf das beim Sein in der Nähe von Reje.
We went home. I mentioned to my children. My daughter told me, that's funny, Taki, said, normally she went every Shabbos she was bringing to the Verbringen. And that Shabbos, Taki wasn't feeling well or something. Taki didn't bring him. I mean, can you imagine now? You have there a few thousand people from all ages, and the Rebbe should know and should remember who he sees, who he did not see, and so forth. Just Taki, the one Shabbos that he didn't Shabbos Verbringen. Verwas habe ich mir nicht gesehen beim Verbringen.
Ist verstandig, kechet für die Nekische bis Rabba, als eine Dämme hier Lischmier, an die Spoilers, was wird von der Sache schon mehr, a viele, wenn der Ethos von jedem Nermonim von Tate Mame, oder beschaße der Reihe bei einer Mamos, in die Spoilers und die Samsus, wie das wird dem angenommen Leben ehrlich, bis er mir sagt, dass dort im Vergleich nicht eine dem schmiert.
I was born and raised in Williamsburg. My father started to walk to Farbrengens, and he asked us if any of us would like to go along, and I just automatically was interested, and once I went, I was hooked. I loved the Nigunim. To me, the highlight was saying Good Shabbos to the Rebbe after Farbrengen. And there was one Shabbos when I was standing there by the Rebbe's door, and the Rebbe came out for Mincha and said Good Shabbos to him. He responded. And then he asked me whether I said L'chaim at Farbrengen. I answered I did not, and he asked me why. Why not? And I said, because a girl doesn't say L'chaim. And the Rebbe said, why not? To which I did not have an answer. And the Rebbe just smiled and continued going, and that was it. 4 weeks later, the very next Shabbos M'varchim Farbrengen, because those days Farbrengens were only on Shabbos M'varchim. Wasn't a shul yet downstairs, it was just like a big courtyard with they used to put a canvas on top and the Farbrengens would be there. I was the only girl or woman there. And one of the men sitting towards the back handed me a cup and said, "The Rebbe gave this for you." He said, "You should say l'chaim." So the Rebbe remembered the conversation he had with this 10, 11-year-old girl 4 weeks ago, and remembered to give her l'chaim, to say l'chaim.
Gefindt mir sich, kama Inyoni, was mis mischane, בשביל תנקס של ביסרבון, bis a viele Tenekes, was sie sein noch gehen nach Efter nicht in Chede. Sein aber Scheiches zu fragen hat mir, man ist dann, es mit Mischane, kaum aus Dorim, כדי שלאישנו התנקס. Man ist ja noch die Nigunim Hayaduim, von wie wohnt Mashiach now, wo seine sie die 10 Kadoshim.
I started to come to Verbringen, and my seat was not far away from the Rebbe. And I was sitting with my son, and the Rebbe was going mamash like this. My son started to clap hand, and the Rebbe was clapping hand. On Sunday, by the dollar, the Rebbe is looking at my son.
He helped me clapping the hands.
Yeah.
You like to sing to the Rebbe? No? He clapped hand to my son, and he's telling me, he helped me yesterday to clap hand in the Verbringen. הוא עזר לי למחוא כפיים בפברנגן.
Der Tanzsalon mit dem Verbringen. Der Tanzsalon hat sie mit dem Verbringen.
זה דברים שאתה חי איתם.
אז בזה יקון זין גם כיסקין ביוסר ממנו. ידרגדרו וסחנך לנער על פי דרכי.